Viewer discretion advised. This video contains descriptions of historical violence, persecution, and religious intolerance. The following video explores the dark history of the Spanish Inquisition. Please be advised that it contains depictions and discussions of religious persecution, torture, and violence. Viewer discretion is advised. A realm where a single accusation could shatter lives, where faith wielded as a weapon twisted justice beyond recognition. This was the chilling reality of 15th century Spain, a crucible where the flames of the Spanish Inquisition burned bright. This dark chapter casts a long shadow across history. But how did such a reign of terror take root? Was it the inevitable result of misguided religious fervor, or did more sinister forces shape a nation's descent into persecution? The Inquisition's origins cannot be grasped without understanding Spain's unique past. For centuries, the Iberian Peninsula was a tapestry woven from Christian, Jewish, and Muslim threads. Under Moorish caliphates, a remarkable degree of religious tolerance, while imperfect, fostered cross-cultural exchange. Thinkers of different faiths debated philosophy, scientists collaborated across religious divides, and poets drew inspiration from a rich shared heritage. But as the Reconquista advanced, this delicate balance began to fray. Christian victories stirred pride, but also a deepening intolerance towards lingering Islamic influence, and towards Judaism, seen as intertwined with the Muslim past. Religious homogenization became a cornerstone of the emerging Spanish identity. Isabella and Ferdinand, inheriting this complex legacy, saw a religiously unified Spain as paramount to their power. The pivotal year, 1492, brought triumph and tragedy. Granada, the last Muslim bastion, fell. Spain's Jewish community was exiled or forced into conversion. Whispers began, were these new Christians truly sincere? Was this a facade to preserve wealth and status? In the court, ambitious clergymen stoked the flames. What if conversos secretly practiced their old faith, a hidden cancer within the nation? The stage was set. The monarch's appeal to Pope Sixtus IV in 1478 wasn't merely reactive. It was a culmination of mounting anxieties, a fear of difference that ran counter to Spain's own history. Their vision of a Spain purged of heresy would have devastating consequences. 1478, a year that marks the true birth of the Spanish Inquisition. Isabella and Ferdinand, armed with papal authority, unleash a force that will plunge Spain into centuries of suspicion, cruelty, and intellectual stagnation. What began with targeting conversos evolves into a monstrous tool, enforcing an ever stricter orthodoxy and shaping society in a terrifying new mold. Under the iron fist of Grand Inquisitor Thomas de Torquemada, the Inquisition perfects its methods. Imprisonment based on anonymous accusations, secret trials without defense counsel, and the chilling belief that torture purifies the soul, forcing confessions, true or not. His network of spies and informers turn neighbor against neighbor, whispering accusations that echo through royal chambers and humble cottages alike. The Inquisition transforms punishment into twisted pageantry. Crowds gather for autos da fe, meticulously orchestrated events where broken and garishly clad victims face public humiliation. Penances, imprisonments, and executions follow, a stark reminder of the consequences of even a hint of deviation from the Church's dictates. These spectacles burn themselves into the national psyche, ensuring obedience through terror. Far from remaining static, the Inquisition continuously extends its reach. Protestants, viewed as a threat arising from the Reformation, become a prime target. Mystics, scholars whose ideas question church orthodoxy, alleged witches, anyone perceived as a challenger of the established order, feels its merciless hand. Suspicion seeps into every corner of Spanish society as the Inquisition's scope extends beyond the Iberian Peninsula, pursuing perceived heretics even within Spain's vast colonial territories. The Inquisition doesn't just claim lives or seize property, it erodes the very soul of Spanish society. An atmosphere of fear descends, stifling intellectual curiosity, artistic expression, and basic trust among citizens. Spain, once a vibrant hub of knowledge exchange, becomes insular and suspicious. Economic dynamism is sapped as formerly prosperous Jewish and Muslim merchant communities suffer expulsion or persecution. Those who benefit are the inquisitors themselves, amassing wealth, and those who curry their favor through shows of piety and denunciations. Yet, even in the darkest hours, resistance persists. Brave voices cry out against the Inquisition's abuses, though their protests are often met with brutal suppression. Secret networks help conversos preserve their traditions or flee the country. These acts of defiance, while failing to halt the Inquisition's relentless march, stand testament to the enduring human yearning for freedom, even in the face of overwhelming oppression. While the Inquisition formally ended in the 19th century, its impact reverberates through history. It reminds us of the dangers of unchecked power wrapped in religious righteousness, the fragility of tolerance, and the corrupting influence of fear. The Inquisition forces us to ask difficult questions. How easily can societies turn on their own? What happens when a drive for absolute conformity stifles diversity of thought? Can any cause, no matter how noble it may seem, justify the systematic violation of human rights? It's important to remember that the Inquisition wasn't unique to Spain. Throughout history, we find recurring patterns of persecution in the name of religion, ideology, or ethnic cleansing. Learning from these dark chapters is essential to prevent them from repeating. It's been a disturbing journey, but I hope it has shone a light on the complexities that led to the Spanish Inquisition. If you found this video thought-provoking, please like and subscribe for more explorations into history's most fascinating and troubling moments.